over there is Anton Vidokle. We were the artistic directors of the 13th edition of the Seoul Mediacity Biennale, entitled Séance, Technology of the Spirit. So tonight is a very special night because we're kicking off this partnership with Frieze Film. And tonight's the first screening. It was meant to happen on the rooftop. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a weather circumstance, as you may have seen, but we're very pleased still to host the event indoors, and we're very happy that all of you showed out tonight. So this screening series in conjunction with Frieze and sponsored by Epson Korea, I should mention, thank you, Epson, is part of the biennial, obviously. The biennial unfolds here at Seoul Museum of Art, but also at Nakwansanga and the Cinematheque just down the block. So we encourage you also to check out the other venues of the exhibition as well. So the film program is situated, of course, within the larger curatorial framework of the show. So for those, if anyone hasn't seen the show, I'm going to just read a little bit about the kind of curatorial framework that undergirds the exhibition so that you have more of an understanding of how this film program in particular fits in with that. Séance, Technology of the Spirit, maps contemporary artistic practices and discourses that draw on the occult, mystical, and spiritual traditions. In curating this biennial, we were guided by a question, which was, what role has spiritual practice played in the development of modern and contemporary art? Orthodox histories of modernist art tend to emphasize artistic independence, formal innovation, or social critique. We set out to trace an alternative history driven by forms of creativity that resist an easy incorporation into these theoretical frameworks. The nearly 80 artists, performers, composers, and filmmakers who are showcased in the exhibition and its accompanying programs propose that there exist multiple coexistent worlds, not all of which are immediately legible to reason. Rather than rejecting science or rationality, these artists turn to spiritual practices to widen the aperture of reality and include those forces, entities, and epistemologies that have historically been denied by the dominant ways of ordering and indexing the world. So we call these practices a technology of the spirit, an understanding that spiritual practice can serve as a form of technology in and of itself. This is, of course, a technology not driven by extractivist and capitalist logics, but by an intention to heal the world. The Korean peninsula, dense with religious traditions and spiritual philosophies, is also a site of acute technological acceleration and rupture. Seoul is not merely the setting for this biennial, but it's largely a protagonist in it. Staged as a seance, the exhibition seeks to conjure, enchant, transmit, and unsettle. The exhibition invites us to step beyond familiar perceptual logics and into other ways of sensing and knowing, ways of being that are urgently needed in this moment of diminishing empathy, ecological breakdown, and resurgent nationalisms. It is our hope that the exhibition provides a space for exceptional works of art to speak, summon, and provoke transformation. And so, without further ado, I'll pass it over to my colleague, Lukas, who will introduce tonight's screening. We're very grateful to Epson Korea and Frieze. And the screenings that we programmed for Frieze largely feature works by artists who are exhibiting in the biennial, but we're showing films of theirs that aren't shown in the biennial, so it's really a kind of unique opportunity to get to understand the wider practice.
So, hello, as you have just heard, as you have greatly explained, the program actually in a way expands or extends the exhibition towards 4 screenings that unfolds in upcoming 4 days. And today we are starting with a screening we titled Harmony. Tomorrow we'll have a screening titled Reclaiming. The day after tomorrow, Communion, and the last screening is called Waking Dreams. And actually each of them proposing different way of moving images, how moving images can realign us to something that is absent or out of tune. And tonight's screening, titled Harmony, Harmony, as you know, in many esoteric and spiritual traditions, insists on a principle of cosmic order, a way of keeping the living and the dead, the past and the present and the absent, the happiness and the sadness in tight relation. And we will screen tonight three films, three short films, I should probably say. We'll start with a work by Sky Hopinka, and his two-channel installation you could also see on the third floor of this exhibition. And we will screen his film titled Mnemonics of Shape and Reason, a work of memory assembled from fragments, land, sky, sea, voice. In this film, poetry and image attempt to recover a place, a geographical place, a spiritual place, a cultural place that colonial violence tried to erase. Then we will follow with Changing Kaisen's Portal, the film based on the Jeju creation myth of Seoul Halma, where land and sea are inseparable and language has not yet settled into form. And you're also very welcome to visit Jane's two-screen installation on the third floor as well in equivalent exchange chapter. And we will close the night with Laura Huertas Milan's two-channel work co-authored with Gomez Abel, which attends to contemporary ritual uses of the coca plant within a Murui community. Speaking against colonial criminalization and extractive readings, the work situates coca plant as a teacher and a deity, proposing ethics as something learned through practice of living with plants, myths, and one another. And the film tightly connects to Laura Huertas Milan's installation on the third floor as well. So enjoy the screening, and we're really hoping to see you here tomorrow. Actually not in the ideal situation, not here, but on the rooftop. Thank you.